Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Note Closer Show. As always, I'm Scott Carson and excited to be here with you today. Yes, I'm wearing shades in the office this morning because it is a lot of brightness going on today. No, I'm not hungover. I just thought I'd share it because so many people are excited about this weekend. And this weekend being Labor Day weekend, they get to take a 3-day or a 4-day if they head out early today to get things done and go have some fun. And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. Future's so bright, you got to wear shades, which is awesome. But let me take these off because I feel a little ridiculous wearing shades inside. But what I'm trying to get at is for Labor Day, it actually signals the end of their business for the year. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means the start of football season. So most people stop working on their note or real estate business because they're so busy with their football. They're doing so many fantasy leagues, they're going to games, they're watching games every night. And don't get me wrong, I am a very avid football fan. I mean, you don't have to be behind me to see I have the Vince Young, signed championship run there. I've got the UT Piggy Bank. I am a big football fan myself. I'm looking forward to the Longhorns win this year. I think they're going to go 10-2 this year. I know that's pretty thing, but I think they'll go 10-2 this year. But what I'm trying to get at is so many people stop focusing on marketing. They stop focusing on doing things because they spend more time going to games. And don't get me wrong, I love football. I think it's a great sport. I'm a big fan of college pro as well, big Cowboys fan as well. But the thing you have to keep in mind is if you've already got your schedule outlined and where you're going, stuff like that, but you're not getting what you want to, you're not accomplishing what you want to accomplish in your business, whether it's real estate or other things, then you've got your priorities wrong. Steph was asking me last night, hey, do you know what I'm like, no, I know that they kick off with Maryland this weekend, and then they've got Southern Cal in a week or two for the Longhorn schedule, but I don't know the schedule. I don't even have it marked on my calendar. I probably should so I can avoid downtown when it's a home game. But what I'm trying to get at with you guys out there is so many people take the last third of the year off, really, for the most part, because you think about this, it's September, school starting up, you got kids going back to school, you got football starting up, then you go into October, you got Halloween, and then you got Thanksgiving November, and then you've got Christmas in December. Oh, I'm just going to give it my goals. And what's funny is I work out every day roughly around noon to 1 if I'm here in Austin for the most part. My trainer, Thomas Neve, heard him on here before, been on a guest, comes up here. We go into the gym. Usually there's 1-2 people in there. Sometimes there's 3 or 4, so it gets a little crowded because it's not the biggest gyms. But it's funny. For the last several weeks, there's been nobody in there. There might be one person comes in for 5 minutes and then leaves. Or there's a guy that comes in and maybe doing yoga outside and leaves. But the thing is, I've seen that the people that were working out on a regular basis have stopped. They've stopped coming in. And I guarantee it's not because they got all fit and everything, but they have given up and they'll wait till New Year's to do some things. And so that's where the inspiration came for this episode is I'm looking at my calendar, and I want you guys, if you're out there listening to this or watching this, look at your calendar. And what's funny is it all kind of seems to come together. My my technology guy's helping with some more big stuff. He's like, okay, I need your event calendar for the fourth quarter. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got a pretty busy event calendar. We've got Note Camp coming up here in a few weeks. We've got our Magnifier Wealth Summit that we're going to with Laughlin Associates and Aaron Young. We've got a couple fast tracks. We've got a mastermind. I'm going to be going to New York and speaking up outside of Rochester at a Note Summit put on in New York. We've got, we've got a virtual note buying dummies workshop right after Thanksgiving. So we've got a pretty busy schedule. The thing is, you have to balance being busy with getting shit done. GSD, okay? GSD. Getting shit done. Okay? GSD. What are you GSD this weekend? What are you GSD in this month? Because today's the last day of August. So we are 2/3 of the way through 2018. I know it has flown by. It has flown by faster than I expect. And we are looking at them like, what the heck? Man, we've gotten a lot done this year, but we also feel like, man, there's other things we could be rock and roll. We've got some big things that we're working on for the beginning of the year. We've got some joint ventures going with some people. We've got, not just real estate deals, but we've also got some cool stuff that we're working on for the podcast here, okay? Claire loves it. GS Dean today. Ooh, I like that. Good stuff, Claire. So I love it because I walked in the office this morning. People, hey, what are you big plans for Labor Day? Big plans for your 3 day? I'm like, I'll be working on some stuff. I'm watching a little bit of football on Saturday. But the big thing I think you guys have to keep in mind out there is, what are you doing, everybody? If you live for the weekend, you have your priorities wrong. Hey, Matthew Hill, happy Friday, gang. Happy Friday to you as well. So look at your goals. And a lot of people, they've thrown away their goals for the year. They get up in February. Oh, I'm not going to lose the weight. I'm not going to close that many deals, or I'm not going to do this or that. Look, it's never too late to make a run at what you want to accomplish. And there's, especially in the note business, with what we see here, with it being ups and downs, peaks and valleys, as we get to the fourth quarter here, you're going to see a lot of inventory hit the market. We always do. There's always assets that hit the market come December, comes November. And now's the time to be putting that full court press on, all right, to the asset managers. It's the time to be marketing more so people can do things. Don't get me wrong, there's parties every month going on. All right, heck, we got to we're going to Orlando and going to a wedding next weekend that we're working through. I'll be speaking in Orlando Tuesday. I'll be visiting the Real Estate Club Wednesday night down there. So the thing, what are your goals for the last third of the year? Because if you don't have any goals, you're going to literally just flounder. You're going to be sitting here at the end of the year depressed, trying to come up with new resolutions for 2019. Maddie Hell, going kayaking this weekend, then a Tarjay run. Okay, good stuff. What are you doing for your business, though, my friend? What are you doing for your business? Whether it's notes or the water stuff that you're doing. The thing I get, everybody out there has always have these big goals. We want to accomplish things, but we're not willing to put the work in. We're not willing to day in, day out, put stuff to work. And it does not have to be crazy stuff that you're doing. It can literally be little things. One thing each day you put towards it. A lot of people ask us how we do so much marketing. Honestly, we don't do a lot of marketing. We do a lot of repurposing the content. We do our podcast every morning. It's our 30 to hour bit of marketing to start the day off, to communicate with our tribe, to communicate with WCN crew or our Note Nation family, just to touch base and kind of stay in their mind, because that's the thing, okay? All right. Note Nation, okay? Cedric says, first deal with 4 additional notes, 5 total. Is that what you're working on for the last quarter? That's good. Okay. Congrats, bud. That's good. Congratulations to you, Cedric. Rudy Willis had my Laughlin call yesterday. That's great. What are you doing with it, Rudy? What are you doing going forward, though? Laughlin's great. Laughlin is great about going back and checking out your corporate books and help you get stuff rock and rolling. But what are you doing to make those books worthwhile? The worst thing that you can do, anybody out here, is I've seen a lot of people. We have gone to a lot of events in the last couple of weeks. My God, I've spoken 12 or 13 times over the last few weeks. It's been great. Speaking's been awesome. I trust me, I enjoy it. I think I'm pretty good at it. I just have fun with it because I'm just my normal self on stage, is who you see in front of you most of the time. I don't have to put an air on. I don't have to fake things. But the funny thing is, I see a lot of these people going to these events, and that's how they're getting their fix on. They're scratching their itch. They're going to the Midwest Snow Summit. They're going to Propelia. They're going to Quest Expo. They're coming to the Mastermind. They're going to the meetup groups. They're going to Note Expo in November. They're going to go to Magnify Your Wealth. The thing you have to keep in mind, first and foremost, is what are you accomplishing? What is your goal? Okay? If you've got a goal for the year to literally raise capital, great. How much are you raising capital? And I guarantee the amount that you've raised in capital is direct proportionate to the number of deals that you close. I had a young cat in the office here yesterday who swung by. Hey, Christina Fuller, good morning. And we met actually back in January in the FFN cruise. He's moved to Austin. Brantley Gunn came in and visited with us from Jackson, Mississippi. Had a great visit with the guy. He's done some good stuff over the last couple of years with his real estate deals, where he basically is, at 27, just kind of chilling. He's figuring things out. And he moved to Austin because he likes Austin here, likes the ladies, I think. And he's figuring out what he wants to do real estate wise. because he's done some fix and flips. He's got some rentals. He's got some owner finance stuff. He's got some Airbnb stuff down in Jackson. So it's providing income for him, which is phenomenal, which is kudos to him. But he came in, he's like, I don't know if I want to focus on note side or I want to focus on REO side. And I'm like, whoa, whatever you do, you got to focus, because you're not going to find success if you're all over the place. You keep chasing your tail. And unfortunately, a lot of people just chase their tail, or they lie to themselves about chasing their tail. They lie to themselves. We lie to ourselves more than we lie to anybody else. Oh, I'm sure I'll go to the gym tomorrow, or I'll be fine. I'll make that offer later, or I'll make that phone call later, and we never get around to it. Or I'll send that email blast out this week, and a week goes by, and a week goes by, and a week goes by, and everybody does this. Okay, everybody does this. And I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, I gotta get this affidavit out. Boom, printed this morning. Boom, I gotta get this thing out for a redemption. Boom, okay. So the thing you keep in mind is, if you can put some action steps, you can make the last third of a year your most productive part. I don't care what you failed on the first 8 months of the year. Hey, it's in the past. You can't do anything about your history, okay? What you can do is what you can do going forward. So many of us get so busy driving. It's like we're driving down the road, just constantly looking in the rearview mirror. And we wonder why we drive into ditches. We dive into big holes because you're not paying attention to the road. You got to sometimes rip that rearview mirror off, throw it in the back seat, and just keep driving for your future, okay? And Cedric Wilson, you ask a really great question. I get this question pretty often from people, but I am so glad you asked it, because it's a really good question. So Cedric says, is emailing asset managers every 2 weeks too much since it is the end of the year? And I'll say yes and no. Yeah, I know. Really going to be clear this up for you. It all depends on what you're emailing them about and what your follow-up is. So I think email them twice once every 2 weeks is not bad, as long as you make it productive. Okay? So this is what I would do. And I'll get this out to you. The first thing I do, obviously, if you have asset managers you pulled lists from, obviously send your hello email out, not a letter, okay? Hello email out on Tuesday or Thursday, either at 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. It's usually the best times. And then send a follow-up email opposite. So you send it first Tuesday, send a follow-up email Thursday to those that didn't open the first round, and at the opposite time. So if you send it Tuesday at 11, send it at Thursday at 2. Okay? That's basically that's an email to those in the first week. And then I'd follow up 2 weeks later or the next week to those that opened the email, say, hey, thanks, just wanted to follow back up with you. And then maybe an email to those that didn't open up either of those, especially those first two, the third week. And then just rinse and repeat that every month. Hey, what do you have? Here's what we're going, okay? It's definitely important to do that. But that's the thing is, you want it eventually. Everybody knows that I love green, okay? The green wall, green logo, green sunglasses, green vest when I speak. It's hard not to. Green lanyards, we close notes. I love green. I'm burning my image into people's brains, okay? The asset managers, it's green background on my emails. It's a green logo, same thing. Brand yourself first, okay? Because you got to have your face there. They'll identify with the face faster than they'll identify with the logo, okay? So, Cedric, one thing I would highly recommend you do, my friend, is smile in your photo. When you put your photo in there, don't be looking. Smile. Show some of those pearly whites you got, man. All right? Smile. People always ask on our posts, you and stuff, you're always smiling. Like, yeah, we're having fun. Nobody wants to look at anything. Okay? And I know you're a tough guy, big tough guy like me. Smile. It'll open up more doors than anything else. I tell you, I see people all the time. They look like a mugshot in their LinkedIn profiles. And I know you're laughing at me, but you know I'm right about this, my friend. Smile in your photo, okay? Because right now your Facebook avatar is not bad, but you're not smiling there, my friend. Yes, I'm calling you out. You need to put a smile on your face. I gave Jonathan Burden, our buddy in Louisiana, a hard time about this because he always looks like he's pissed off. I'm like, dude, smile, okay? Smile, 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 and you'll feel a whole lot better, okay? Aaron Young, buddy. Hey, what's up, brother? Talking about it. If you did not know, Magnify Your Wealth is in San Diego the 4th, 5th, and 6th of October. Amazing event on asset protection and getting GSD, getting shit done, all right? Aaron Young says, hey, brother, follow-up is crucial. Most people quit too soon. Yeah, it's the whole thing about being, 3 feet from gold. As our mutual good friend Greg Reed wrote the book with Sharon Lichter, Think Grow Rich, 3 feet from gold. Don't give up 3 feet from the gold. So many people do this. And how the story goes is back during the 1849 when there was the gold rush in San Francisco, in California, a guy was basically digging. He had his own gold mine. He was digging down, wouldn't find anything. The trash man's walking by, collecting stuff to recycle. And the guy that owns the mine says, "Oh, just take it all. Just take it all. Here, I'll give it to you like $5 or cheap." And the guy was looking around, was like, "Oh, this stuff is worth more than that right now. I'll take it right now." So then he took the plans down to a guy who's a geologist or something like that, talking about it. And what had happened is the guy that run the mine had found gold originally, but he kept digging, couldn't find any more. So he gave up after finding just a little bit. So W.R. Darby, I think, is the guy's name. It's a great book, Think Grow Rich, 3 feet from gold. Went back and found where the guy had hit the gold. Instead of going down, he turned 90 degrees. And he found the biggest vein strike, because that's how veins run. Gold runs in veins. So if you think if you dig down, you hit it, and you punch through it, you're not going to keep finding it, but you got to go down, find it, and then go take a 90 degree. That's what happened. That's what the biggest gold, and there's enough gold in that gold strike to fill Fort Knox right now. But a lot of us get down to that 3 feet, and we stop. We get so close to our goal because we don't see instant gratification. We don't see the things that we need. We give up on seeing things because we're like, oh, we don't see it. This doesn't work. Oh, I'm not having instant gratification. I'm lazy. And you can't do that. You got to keep pumping out things. You got to keep doing things. You have to realize that we're all in the real estate game for a long time. And I always ask people, how long are you going to be in the game for? If you're only going to be for a year, then don't do anything. But if you're going to be in it for a year, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, or be doing real estate investing, some sort of that for the rest of your life, start marketing now. Start doing the video. Start doing the deal case study. Start doing that. That's the advice that I gave Brantley yesterday. I was like, listen, man, start marketing. Whether you're doing REOs or your rentals or your fix and flips or your Airbnb or your notes, whatever you focus on, start sharing it now so you can plant the seed so that in a year or 5 years or whatever, 18 months or 2 years, boom, you're just blowing up all across the place. Okay? Mark Hamrock, buddy. Good to see you. What's up, man? Good to see you there. Missed you since we saw you in Vegas last. Okay? But that's the thing I'm trying to get at with you guys. Literally, you could have done all this work for the first 8 months of the year. If you did, you're starting to see results. If you haven't, it's okay. Just start doing stuff now. Because you know what I'm doing come October? You know what I'm doing in 60 days? I'm planning out my 2019. I've already started to set goals for 2019, what we want to accomplish. Okay? My marketing team is already starting to put things in place for next year because we want to be ahead of the schedule. If you are failing to plan, you're planning to fail. You've heard that analogy out there, buddy. All right? If you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail. You have to have a game plan, and you just can't be the whole kind of the floater. I'll kind of get some stuff done. No, you won't. Because life will get in the way, you'll drift, and you won't find success. Okay? Juliana Ferraro, good to see you. And you know what I'm talking about there. Juliana's done a great job of reaching out to asset managers and finding deals. That's awesome. Mr. Ryan Harper, good morning, sir. Shirt in the mail. 99 problems, but leads ain't one of them, right? Big thanks, Ryan. Steph was out wearing her shirt, her Propelio t-shirt out and about yesterday throughout Austin, or the day before. So anyway, but that's the thing, guys. Look at where you're at today. Let's take a real honest look at yourself. And there's some things that you can do to kind of gauge where you're at and where you want to be. Okay. So let's say you want to raise capital. Okay. Let's say you want to raise capital. Okay. One of the easiest things that I do is I have a kind of a formula for raising capital based on where our database is at. This is why you see me constantly marketing. You see us constantly doing these things because we want to grow that database up, not only for note investors, but note buyers, note sellers, and then also funding sources. So if you look at your LinkedIn, very, very easy place to start growing your database is LinkedIn. Okay. Best thing to do at LinkedIn is look at where you're at right now. Write it down. If you've got 500 connections on LinkedIn as of August 31st, write that down. and look to double that number by the end of the year at least. I think you could triple it, quadruple it. All right. Because if you've got very few people on LinkedIn, LinkedIn is one of the greatest places, one of the greatest prospecting for gold places out there right now. With what they have going on with their videos and the updates and how you can easily track down people that are in your circle that just don't know you yet, it's phenomenal. So let me give you an example. If you've never gone through and set up your profile efficiently and followed the step-by-step process of LinkedIn, that's the first thing you should do. Okay. Second thing you should do is it allows for, they have a thing where you can opt in, or not opt in, where you can literally log in, and you allow LinkedIn to log into your email, and they'll go through and pull every email address you've emailed out to through your Gmail or Yahoo or whatever email address. They'll pull a list of emails that you sent out to, and they'll go and identify, see who's got a LinkedIn profile. And a lot of times they'll find people that you're friends with that have a LinkedIn profile that you're just not connected with. That's an easy thing. Probably if you've been using that email for a little while, you'll probably find at least a couple hundred, if not 1,000 or so, people that you've emailed over the years that have a profile you've just never connected with. So you do that. It's one button. That's the first step, is to connect with those that have a LinkedIn profile. And the second step they do is, I ignore the second step with LinkedIn. They're like, oh, let's send an email, invite everybody that has every email to LinkedIn. You don't want to do that because a lot of those emails are dead. So the first step of that, sending out those that you've emailed before, that's great. That'll help people start to connect with you. Now, that's the first part of LinkedIn. The second part of LinkedIn is pretty easy to do. Just start typing in real estate investor. Okay. Real estate investor is the job title, and then hit search, and then filter it down for second connections. Not first connections, because you're already connected to those people. But you want to look at second degree connections, not third degree, just second degree connections, because you want to be one person away, 1 degree of Kevin Bacon away. Okay. And then I would just start connecting with those people. And, Scott, are you saying to send a message to somebody I don't know on LinkedIn? Oh my God, that's outside of my comfort zone. Well, you know what? You got to get outside your comfort zone. All right. If you want to accomplish anything big or anything big in your life, you have to get out of that comfort zone. All right. You got to start doing things to make things happen, because that's really easy to do. If real estate investors are great for you, great. If you're targeting mortgage brokers, great. If you're targeting podcasters, type in podcast. Okay. It's not hard to do. You just have to really do that, and then just spend the time to connect. Pretty simple, pretty easy process of things. And that's one great way to add a lot of connections. Now, LinkedIn will only allow you to add about 10% to 20% of what order you have connections. So if you have 500, okay, it'll probably only add 100 before it shuts you down. But the thing is that you may not know this. If you jump on the mobile app of LinkedIn, if you jump on the mobile part of LinkedIn, it allows you to keep adding stuff. I know it's a little hard, boom, 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 but at least it adds some stuff, okay? Ryan Harper, connect with me at Ryan Harper. It's funny. And Ryan's doing a great job with daily video going on LinkedIn. He's one of the few that are out there using videos on there, thedailyRye.com. Good stuff, Mr. Ryan Harper. Hijack my thread, why don't you? That's dailyrye.com. But the thing is, using those simple tools, just those simple tools of connecting to other real estate investors, just literally doing that alone, you don't have to do it very often. You can sit down in front of a football game and like connect, because that's actually what I did last year when I was watching a football game. I went through and have added, what am I up to now? I went from 6,000 connections to like, man, there's a lot of people out here I could connect with. What's the best way for me to connect with them? How many jump on a plane or go to all these meetup groups across the country, try to find them all on Facebook. And I was like, I'll just use LinkedIn. Because of right now, drum roll, please. I'm at 13,776 connections. Okay. Just under 14,000. We'll be at 14,000 probably by next week. Okay. We got some cool stuff. And that's just mostly real estate investors. There's a lot of asset managers in there as well. There's just a lot of great stuff there. But the thing is, if you want to get some things, you want to get further in life, you have to start doing things. So how does this involve? How does this tie in with raising capital? Okay, well, if I got 13,000 connections and Everybody's at least worth $1,000. At least worth $1,000. So if you get 13,000, if I have 13,000 connections, I can add 3 zeros onto that. All right. Means there's about 13 million in private capital just in that alone. Now there's more than that. Okay. But if I export the third thing that you want to do, besides obviously advancing your LinkedIn profile, and Rudy Willis, thank you for the shout out for that. He goes, adding a real estate investor in my profile really increase my inbound requests. It should, because people are wanting to connect with you in the area that you're in or other things they see. Okay. So updating your profile, connecting your emails, all right, and then going through and adding real estate investors. That's the 3 big things. But there's one critical step that you have to do. Okay. One big critical step is the 4th thing is export your list. Okay. Very easy to do. You can do basically it's a data archive, a data download. Takes about a couple hours for it to download and send you a file to your inbox on LinkedIn. That's number 4. But the 5th thing, actually, this is the most critical step. You can't do this without the first 4, though. But this is the most important step. Is you take that list after you download it, and you know what you do with it? You put it in your email service provider. You put it in your MailChimp. You put it in your Infusionsoft. And you send an email out to them. Oh, my God. Send an email. What am I going to do? What am I going to say, Scott? What you're going to say is, hey, we're connected on LinkedIn, dum-dum. I see you're a real estate investor. Hey, I'm an active real estate investor too. Just wanted to reach out, connect with you, connect with me on social media, and I'll connect back with you. Just trying to expand my network of real estate investors. Okay, that's 5. And then what you do, you just start doing something on a weekly basis. An email blast out to the list. But here's what we're focused on this week, or here's where we're going this week, or here's a deal that we're working on this week. This is a very simple formula to get where you want to be. It's a very, very simple formula to find success with this. All right. Because honestly, if you grow your database and you send an email out, only really probably 20% of people are going to open the email anyway. Okay. So if you have 1,000 people, only 200 people are going to click on the email. Okay. Well, 200 times 1,000 is still 200 grand in private money right there. That's still not bad, man. You can still buy a lot with 200 grand. Okay. The thing to keep in mind is the more you send out, more people will opt in. More people will read it from here and there. Okay. People will check it out. All right. But that's the number 6 thing is rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Have content. Have something that makes sense. Okay. Have something that makes sense. So when I get a list from an event, that's one thing we do. We go in and we upload the list into LinkedIn and see if we can't find them. Because you can do that very easy by just uploading emails is a database. If you've got a database already, upload to your list manually with a spreadsheet into LinkedIn. It'll go out and find those people. You can do the same thing. This is really cool. I don't know what number we're on, number 6. Sanja, that's one heck of a green screen. It actually is on the wall. All right. It's a green wall behind me. I love the power it brings me. I love the mental being of coming in here. People walk in, boom, green screen in their face. Thanks, Sanja. But what I'm trying to get at is you rinse and repeat, and then you can do a lot with it. You've got an email list. You can upload it to Facebook. You can ask them. Literally, there's a lot of things. If you got people that opt into your list or you have them they update their information through a post. You can send a text message direct to their phone. It's just those are the little things to get things done. And it does not take a lot. It all starts with you sitting on your computer on LinkedIn and do that. That's one basic thing that you could do between now and the end of the year. Okay. One simple thing. You can do that at any time of the day too. It can be at night. I would not necessarily be doing it during the day, during prime business hours. But if you're sitting there killing time, watching TV, waiting for your spouse, whether they're trying on clothes or you're at the mall or something, just chilling, just pull out your phone. Just boom, boom, boom. What are you doing? I'm just adding some connections. I'm doing a little bit of work in the 5 or 10 minutes that I have. And then set a goal for yourself. Set a goal for yourself. I just get a phone call from a realtor, probably calling to try to maximize their 4th quarter, which is awesome. So thing to keep in mind is set a goal for yourself. If you're at 500 connections, try to get to 5,000 by the end of the year. Try to get to 2,000. Set some goals for yourself. Stretch yourself. If you say you're only going to double to 1,000, that doesn't take a lot of work. Set some goals for yourself. That's one basic thing you can do between now and then the end of this year, the next 4 months. There are some things that you can do, okay? Because honestly, as we get to the end of the year with parties and Thanksgiving and Christmas, people are a lot more friendlier. And that's actually, you've got a lot of fodder, a lot of good stuff you can add to. Hey, what are you doing for Halloween? This is what we do. Or we're going to the Quest Fright Night on October 25th. Or Happy Thanksgiving, what are you doing? We're going to go feed ourselves some content at the virtual workshop or at Magnifier Summit or Christmas. Everybody gets those crazy freaking Christmas letters, right? From your family. Oh, Robert's still drunk, can't find a job. He's holding out for a management position, and it's 2 years later. Little Susie is cross-eyed and failing math. Little Johnny still has that lip infection and is still drooling all the time. Me, I'm clinically depressed, but on antidepressants, so I'm in a good mood today. We all get those stupid letters of the year in review. Here's what we accomplished. Hi, how's it going? Okay. But be smarter. Send a letter out, send an email out to your database. Those are simple things that you all can do to find success you might doing. All right. You're going to have more networking opportunities now through the end of the year than you would have had probably the first 8 months. If you look at the parties, you look at the things going on, don't be afraid to go out there, but don't waste your time just going out there and just hiding in the corner. Just don't be one of those people that goes out and hides in the corner. That's not effective. It's a waste of time for you. Be out networking. Take business cards. Take a flyer. Be interesting. Go talk to people because those opportunities don't always come along. And if you don't use these opportunities to expand your business between now and the end of the year, you really should just stick to a job. Okay? Ryan Harper, I'm cracking up at you, buddy. When I'm not watching Scott Carson while driving, I add LinkedIn connections. Hashtag drive and live there, Ryan Harper. Love you, man. Just good to see people out there. I mean, the things you guys got to keep in mind, this is not rocket science. And I've not said anything that's going to cost you money. Now, it might cost you money to, when you exceed 2,000 connections on MailChimp, but that's a valuable thing. You're in business. You should be doing the things that business owners do. And you know what business owners do? They market. They send an email out to their database. Okay? If you don't want to send an email out to your database, do a video. Okay? Do a video. Do a little live stream. Okay? Diggy Baldwin, you crack me up, buddy. She's not investor friendly, so don't worry about it. Diggy Baldwin cracking me up, my friend. But that's the thing, guys. We are all a product of our network. If you want to close more note deals, you want to raise more capital, you want to sell more deals with your wholesaler or whatever it is, our database, our connections is our lifeblood. And if you're not adding people, you're not connecting. If you're hating marketing, and I saw some guys say, "Oh, I hate marketing," the other day. I'm like, unfollow, because that kind of shit is just a broke mentality. And if you have a broke mentality, I don't want you in my circle. Okay, we've got some big things to accomplish, and I will. You know what? I will throw something out here right now. I'm going to stretch myself. We're at 13,000, 14,000 connections. I'm going to try to be at 20,000 connections by the end of the year. Okay, I'm going to throw that out here because I'm going to hold myself accountable, like I'm going to hold you guys accountable. Okay, might be a little bit easier for me because I do have a lot of connections, but I'm going to try to be at 20,000 connections by the time that January 1st rolls around. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because I know that if I add 6,000 more people to my database, we're rocking and rolling, baby. Yeah, rock and rolling. Yeah, rock and rolling. Okay. But I challenge you all to do that. Those are little things you can do. It's not hard to do. It's something you do in your spare time. Day, noon, night, middle of the night, simple things to do. Connect. And I guarantee if you're connecting with other real estate investors, I don't care what they're focused on. Okay. They are going to want to work with you if they see you marketing. They're going to want to do something with you, okay? They're going to reach out to you as the expert in their tribe because I guarantee there's only about 5% of us that are really crazy, and by crazy, productive. We don't care. We don't give a shit because we're just going to keep rocking and rolling. Ryan Harper, I know, is in that 5% with me. Dickie Baldwin's in that 5% with me. There's a lot of people that commented on here that I know are that way, okay? But you got to be focused. You can't be trying to do 4 or 5 things. You've got to be focused on one thing and let everything fall in line with that one thing that you're doing. I get offers all the time from other different people for different things, and it's not what I want to do. The most you could probably do is 2 things, and that's if you don't have a full-time job. You got a job, that's your one thing. You got to add that side hustle, your 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. thing on the weekend thing, and that's about it. You only got bandwidth for really 2 things. All right. If you're trying to do 3, 4, 5 things, I'm sorry, you're not going to find success. I had a good conversation Sunday. A lady came up to me and she pulled out her business card and handed it to me. So I'm doing this, and I flipped it over and there was like 12 things in the back. I'm like, I can hardly read it. I'm like, listen, man, save your money. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, notes are not for you. And she like looked at me a little weird. I'm saying, no offense, you're all over the place. You're a hot mess. Okay. You're all over the place with different things, and you're not going to have any success. And so all you're going to be doing by trying to add this extra thing is just wasting money. And she was like, looked at me kind of awkwardly. I'm like, listen, no offense, I don't want your money. If you want to go learn some stuff, go watch videos. And when you're focused on things, then come talk to me at that point, because I'm not going anywhere. But right now, you have no focus, and you're all over the place. All right. And that's not going to help you. It's not going to help your clients. It's not going to help you achieve the type of goals that you want to do. She's like, oh, I'm heard of this big thing, and real estate's going to fund a big chunk of it, but I need to do this. So I'm a copywriter. I'm like, you're really not anything. You're not effective at anything because you're combating effective. You're all over the place. So if you guys want to be combating effective in what your business is, your note business, your real estate stuff, focus. Okay. The 4 months left in the year can make or break your year. All right. It's not quite the fourth quarter yet, but that's why the fourth quarter is so great. You got comebacks, you got things, and if you shot for some big goals and you're going to come up short, that's okay. Don't come up so much shorter though that you get discouraged. Keep working. We all will drift. We will all fade off. We'll all lose our focus a little bit or just get tired. That doesn't mean give up. Take a 5 minutes rest. Take a couple days off rest, but then dive back in the fray. And you have more opportunities between now and then the end of the year. And the beautiful thing is, too, if you get really kicking and rocking and rolling now, this 4 months is a great ramp up to 2019. You could really just bust open, make 2019 your biatch. All right? Make 2019 your year to really just kick ass, take names, and accomplish things. But if you give up now, you give it up till 2000. You say, see you later, 2018. I'll get started New Year's Day. You're going to be you're going to find yourself repeating the same thing all over. It's going to be your own personal hell of Groundhog Day. Okay? You don't want that. Go make something happen. Get off your butt and start taking action in the note business. And one of the beautiful things, like I said, if you're a note investor, like Cedric said, sending emails out to asset managers, but you can use the same concept with reaching out to asset managers or secondary marketing professionals on LinkedIn and building a pretty good database. And just reaching out to people on a regular basis, not once a month, but at least once, twice a month. Heck, once a week to your LinkedIn database is not a bad thing. And once a week to your total database is not a bad thing. That's part of what we do with Note 9 in America most of the time. I mean, we were at 8 months and there's 32, roughly 32, 33 weeks. We're at episode 22, 23. So we've missed 10 weeks because of travel or holidays, but still, we still show up. We won't have a Note 9 in America Monday because it's Labor Day, but we will the week after that, the week after that, the week after that. We'll have some great things to accomplish. So go out, make something happen, everybody. Just be focused, be dedicated. If you're struggling on doing a ton of marketing things, then you know what? Cut things away. Narrow it down to one thing or 2 things, and then build upon those. You don't have to try to do 20, 30 things because it's not going to be effective. Pick 1 or 2 things to be effective and start doing it. If you're struggling with what those 2 things you should be doing in marketing, drop me an email, scott@weclosenotes.com. Jump on Facebook, send me a direct message. Tell me what you're focused on. Tell me what you're trying to accomplish, and I'll give you the best advice that I can. All right. Or I should say, not just advice. I'll give you the best counsel, or I'll put you in touch with somebody that can give you really good counsel on where to achieve things. So go out, make something happen, everybody. I'm proud of everybody out there. I know what everybody can achieve their dreams if you just put it into work. Be that 5%er. Be that little bit of a crazy person that helps you stand out from the rest of the world. Don't hide in a crowd. Stand up. Be yourself. And you know what happens? Those that are willing to do the little bit extra, stand out in the crowd, they're the ones that find success, or that success finds them. So go out, make something happen. Enjoy your long weekend. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you all at the top.